So much of what you've been saying, it just feels like this entire seminar has been for me. Like when Carrie got in here yesterday, that's what I've been thinking. Like, it's just so damn easy.
Yeah.
And I think I've found a process, I've gleaned a process out of, when you're always talking about the vortex, all I have to do is just contemplate the existence of my vortex, and I'm right there. Right there. And it feels orgasmic, and it just shoots through me.
We really like it when you come to understandings, because understandings mean you've got the vibrational basis of something. So then everything's richer and fuller in the now. Yes. So now what?
I love the power of that. And I see how I've used that so much throughout my life.
Power to do what?
Just feel good and have whatever I want.
The power to do what in the now? How do you want to apply your power? As you harness this power, or as you tune into this power, what intentionality do you have with the power? How do you want to utilize your power? It's a trick question.
Don't trap me.
It's the power of focus, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's the power of discerning the harmony and holding the harmony and intensifying the harmony and allowing the harmony.
Mm-hmm.
It's the power to allow the power of the universe to do what it naturally does. It's the power to hold yourself in the stream or in the flow. It's the power to stay in your lane. Mm-hmm. It's the power of focus, which is the power of not introducing resistance.
Mm-hmm.
It's the power of clarity. It's the power of focus. It's the power of knowing where you're at.
Mm-hmm. All of these seminars I've been to every single one of these land cruises, both weeks of the first and every one since, and then the cruise in between as well. And I find that I get these, like last year, before Esther mentioned the 4-second glimpses, I had that sitting at the table with my friends, my lovely friends that I'm with today.
One of the things that is very advantageous about a gathering like this, where you are in a same place over a period of time and we are meeting regularly enough, is that we can hone in on what matters and stay there with enough combination of conversations in order to make real difference in what's going on in your vibrational countenance. Mm-hmm. That's the value of it. As Esther moves about and all of her lovely crew moves with her from city to city to city, it often feels like the same group of people move with them, because the evolution of the questions and the expansion of the message is happening that way. But when you are willing to come together like this and patient enough to stay on a subject long enough, and what do you think the subject is that we have highlighted and defined and that you have come to be one with? What would you say the subject of this seminar is?
The now has been very powerful. Alignment with the now.
The power of now. And what is the power? What is the power?
Allowing your inner being source.
So how do you accomplish this powerful state of being? What's the function? What's the function of achieving and expressing your power? What is it? In a doing sense, what is it?
In a doing sense.
Focus. As you're focusing your power, what is the strongest element of your focus? What is it? What makes focus even possible? How do you know the value or not value, the advantage or disadvantage of your focus?
The way you feel.
Your emotions, the way you feel. And what is everything that you want about? And so, can you feel how in every moment you have it all? Can you feel why all of your power is now? Because all of the elements that matter about anything are all converging right now. Your ability to focus, your ability to know how you're focusing, your ability to feel, and law of attraction applied to whatever you're doing, making it more and more and more until you could move through life as each moment's building on the next, and you could reach the heightened, evolved mastery that the beasts of your planet have.
Mm-hmm.
So now ask yourself how you feel about that. What is it that the beasts of your planet have that you really want to accomplish for yourself? What is it that they possess?
They focus generally.
They're not that interested in what each other think.
Yeah.
They're more interested in what you call their instinct or their intuitive nature. They follow that intuitive nature first and foremost. They don't get together in groups and converse with each other about the behavior. They are born with instinctual behavior that continues to evolve as their species continue to progress through generation after generation. So when you take that aspect that they already have, that mastery of living in that now, that mastery of perceiving their environment, that mastery of knowing who they are, of being one with who they are, of being one with the total essence of who they are, and then you apply to it something that as humans you have that they don't have. And what is that? The ability to focus. The ability to focus with more intentionality. The ability to decipher your contrasting moment. The ability to project into a vortex something that is more specifically for you. So that you are not like the cats of your world who vary to some degree but are much the same. In other words, the species of human, you've come into this experience for the deliciousness of being uniquely you. But in your attempt at being uniquely you, you want to compare yourself to the unique others, and then you lose yourself and you don't be the unique you that you want to be. Imagine what it would be to have lived all of this life and become uniquely you in your vortex. And now to leave this gathering with the mastery of focusing yourself into your lane, into your alignment, so that you are in the receptive mode, and then applying that, allowing the universe to yield to you all of the things that you have been asking for. It's interesting that in all the time that we've been visiting with you, and with some of you it's been quite a while, all of you are aware of what we've been talking about. But this is the thing that interests us most. This is the piece that we want you to take away from this, that is going to serve you specifically more than everything that has led to the platform upon which you are standing. As you are moving forward from this gathering, the understanding of the power of your now and the quest to make now as emotionally good as it can be, with no interest in striving for something more. If you can let the now, just for a little while, give it 1 week. That's all we are really asking of you. Give it 1 week where you are no longer striving. Instead, you are accepting this important thing that almost no one realizes, even though it's been the basis of our conversation for all of these years flowing through Esther. Step 1 and step 3 are different steps. Asking and allowing are completely different vibrations. And so many of you stand wanting to be in your state of allowing while you're still striving. That's the thing that this conversation keeps leading toward. No more striving in step 3. Let the contrast do the striving. It'll do it naturally. You just allow. So did you come with something specifically that you want to talk about, or did you just want to bask in the understanding that you've already accomplished?
The basking is beautiful.
Focus. Focus. You see, that's the point that we're making. Come on, talk to us about something meaty and important. Come on. Don't you have something new? Don't you have a question? Don't you have something unresolved? Isn't there something that you want to fix in your life? Isn't there something that's gone wrong? Isn't there someone you want to change? Isn't there something about stuff that you need to do different? Isn't there something that you need to do different? Don't you want to be different than you are? Don't you want to get anything?
I did specifically want to ask something about amnesia. Is that in conjunction with something that happened, I went completely amnesic about it and remembered it last year.
Oh, we like that.
For the first time. And it's like, I had amazing parents. I mean, my father used to listen to...
We don't care.
Okay. I'm good with that. They're fine with it. They're in the vortex. They know.
I am a happy, amazing result of a lot of amazing things.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to us about the amnesia thing.
You've talked a lot about trauma. Something quite traumatic happened about a month after I got married. 2 actually traumatic things. I completely blocked the one, like completely. And I was quite happy in that marriage. Thought it was a great marriage. Really loved the person. Best friends. Had the most amazing daughter with this man. I'm thinking really that one of the explanations is I had to forget just so I could get the daughter.
What do you think your inner being holds as memory about anything? What do you think your inner being remembers? Most important question we've ever asked you.
I feel like my inner being remembered knowing what this incredible,
Your inner being remembers nothing.
Oh, okay, I see.
Your inner being does not have a brain used as a file cabinet like you think you do. Your inner being doesn't remember, and you don't either. We are all transmitting and receiving mechanism. And so your inner being is not remembering, your inner being is tuning. And what do you think your inner being is tuned to? You think your inner being is tuned to how you got to where you are? Do you think your inner being is even tuned to the what isness of what is happening right now? What's your inner being tuned to? Just take a guess. What do you think your inner being is tuned to? Your inner being is tuned to your vortex. Your inner being is tuned to the vibrational nowness of what's there, to the becoming of all of that. That's what your inner being is tuned to. So nothing that has been before is what your inner being is tuned to. Now here's an important question. How did this now that your inner being is tuned to, how did it come about? From past experience. So everything that you have lived equals what is now there, but this is the evolved, most forward part of it. You see what we're getting at? Your inner being is focused upon the leading edgeness of that which you are. Never justifying, never remembering, just tuned. Do you realize the importance of that? Can you feel how emphatically we were wanting you to feel that? Your inner being is tuned to the wholeness, to the bigness. We are not going to say completeness because that will never happen, but to the furthest, most expansion of that which you are. That's what your inner being is tuned to. So in a moment of really tuning to what your inner being knows about you, if you are really tuned to it, you will forget everything that has been before, except as it exists in the powerful now. Stay with us because this is so important. You've been listening to us for a while talking about what it's like when you reemerge into non-physical. Yes? You're following us? And we talked to you about how you leave behind all doubt and fear and everything that you've ever worried about, all problems, and what goes with you. You reemerge into the fullness of all that you are. Can you feel that that's what your vortex is? It's the fullness of all that you are. And that when you have practiced staying in your lane, when you've practiced caring about the way you feel, when you've fine-tuned your frequency so that law of attraction doesn't serve up for you those things that are not of a vibrational nature of who you really are. Can you see how not only would you forget them, can you see how you can be? Oh, get ready for this. We really want you to feel it with the full impact that we're wanting to give it to you. We're ready to rock your world just a little bit. Can you feel how it can help you to forget who you've been? Wouldn't it be a wonderful thing if you could forget who you've been and only be the magnificent results that you now are? Now couple that, and you received that well. We felt you do it. Couple that with how your inner being feels about you. Now add to that who your inner being is and what your inner being knows. And feel the energy that creates worlds flowing through you, all focused upon you and your powerful now. Is it any wonder that your moments are more laced with wonderful things, that more wonderful people are coming into your experience, that you're happy and more lighthearted, that you can accomplish a lot more with a lot less?